Welcome to the MIGCA. In this video, we are going to show you how to create and post a tournament on our website. First thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we are logged in and are at our member home. Now, before we get moving, a lot of coaches believe that in order to create a tournament, they will actually come over to tournament openings or tournament results. These are actually places that we are not going to create the tournament, but this is where we will view tournaments that have already been created, and in tournament results, we will view the tournaments that already have results and have already been played. If we want to create a new tournament, we will need to come down to our teams. So once we do that, you're going to notice that I have boys and girls. I will come over to the boys because we have an upcoming boys season, so we will create a tournament. As we move through, we will want to make sure that our division is correct. Again, this is important just to review our information before we continue, because sometimes these things change. When we do this, we want to go up to our schedule. So when I click on schedule, this is where it will show all the tournaments that we are currently entered in for the 2021 season. As you can see, we are not entered in any tournaments yet, so we are going to go over here and we are going to add an event. Now, once we do this, we need to be able to get some information. So we're going to need to be able to enter in the date. So I can click on the calendar. I can go over here to our date where we will have our invite. I will click on May 21st. I will then put down that this will be the Cardinal invite. We will also put in that this is actually going to be a tournament. So I will choose the tournament. The event is actually going to be a varsity event. That is our level. I don't know how many teams yet, so it's not really important at this point, but it is going to be opened up to 20 teams, and it will be opened up to 120 players. The location will be Cat Key Golf Course. We are going to play 18 holes. I will then go through and enter in the par. I will then need to make a decision about what exact yardages that we are going to enter. Please do not estimate the yardage. Please do not estimate the rating, and don't estimate the slope. You need to enter these in correctly, which means you need to either go to your course's website or you need to pull out a scorecard and you need to enter those yardages that you are playing with the correct rating and slope. Once you do that, down here at the bottom, this is where you will leave a comment. Now, in some years, when we went and hit save, if I did not have anything in the comment box, it would not show up in the tournament openings. So I'm always conscious to make sure that I add a little note in here, something along the lines of, if you're interested in playing, please contact me at, and I will give my email. So as you can see here, I have now added that information. As you can see here, I have now looked up the yardages that we will be playing, the rating, and the slope. And I can come down here to the save button where it will then save it. It is important now that you don't touch anything on the website, because it is going through and is populating your tournament, and it will go ahead and show it up here in a minute. So make sure you don't click away, make sure you don't do anything. You can then wait for it to show up. Now, once it shows up, if you need to go back in and you need to update the yardage, the rating, or the slope, or anything, or even the information about the tournament, you can go in and you can change that right here with the pencil. As you get closer and you have teams that commit, you will then go ahead and click on and add teams. When you add a team, so if I go in and add Big Rapids, I will then search for them. I will make sure that it says Big Rapids Boys. I will then select their team and save it. This team is now in the tournament. If I go through and I add that St. John's is in the tournament, St. John's Boys right there, and I hit select and save, I will now have two teams. This is important because when the coach for St. John's or the other schools that you add, when they go into their website, and they go look at their teams and they go look at their schedule over here, I will close this now. When they look at their schedule, St. John's will have this tournament in their schedule for 2021. So as schools add tournaments and they add the teams, you will see a list of tournaments that you have already played, or other teams have you as committed to playing. Now, obviously, right now with this tournament quite a few months away, I do not want to add the conditions, I do not want to update the results, and I don't want to view the results. And so in this case, this is how I add that tournament. Now when I come over to my tournament openings right here, you will notice that it will bring up the girls because we are still currently in the girls season. If I simply come over here to the boys and I click on the boys, you will notice that my tournament is now entered. It is the only boys tournament that is set up for next spring. And then all my information is there, and I can make sure that all that information is correct. So once you have that done, your tournament is entered. If you come back to your teams, you can always come back to the boys. You can always come back to your scheduler right there, and you can see that that tournament will then be there. Now, in this case, I have not confirmed that this tournament is actually going to be on this date. So instead of leaving it there, I am going to go ahead and X out. I will delete this tournament, which means it will now take it off Big Rapids' and St. John's schedule, and that tournament will no longer be there. So that is how you add a tournament to the MIGCA website.